king. Yeah, learned a lot of lessons, don't know who to mess with. Take it out back like a real man. I hear you running your mouth only when I'm not around. Payback's a bitch and you fit the script, so pony up, boy, you're about to get your ass kicked. If you got something to say, step on up to the plate. Name a time, name a place. You signed the line, got debt to pay. Your word ain't worth a damn dime. Go cash that check, you can't write. The chips are down, can't walk away. So here's a tip for you to take. You wanna talk shit, put your money where your mouth is.
Well, here we are again, guys. My name is Mike Hungerford. This is KarTele Mobile Electronics, and this is my submission for the 2025 Installer of the Year. I've been in this industry for 20 years and counting. This is my 7th year here at KarTele. We have changed dramatically since the first day I came in through this door working for the previous owner, Rob. We've been through many trainings. We've changed the style of install. We've changed what we do and how we do it. And we're gonna get into all that good stuff right now. You know, as an installer, the biggest challenge I've overcome in the past year was learning all the new digital tech, the digital software and drawing software to make my job easier. As big of a hurdle as that stuff was, trying to learn it by myself, I went through one laptop and I tried not to break the second one. And it was frustrating, and luckily I was able to go to some really great trainings, and it helped simplify what I was trying to do. And learning that drawing software for the lasers has been huge. It was something that always just killed me. It was so hard for me to grasp, and now I just jump on the laptop and draw something up, and we can print it and prototype and make sure we have proper fitment in these vehicles, and it's been an absolute game changer. So that was absolutely the biggest hurdle I've overcome pretty well. Next is 3D. So this is how my coworkers would describe me and how I influence the store. So as far as this location, I am the only installer here. So it's just me and Chrissy. She runs up front. I take care of everything in the cars. So as far as how she would describe me would be particular. I'm very much of a perfectionist. I like everything to be right. If a radio on final assembly is a little askew, little difference in a gap, and you look at it and can see it, I mean, we're not breaking out the digital mic to set a radio in place, but if you look at it, it looks wrong or it looks right, you know? And the customer is gonna see that as well. So everything just has to be proper, and that translates a lot into the store culture here, because even the stuff that she does, it's gonna be right. If she's setting up a display or changing the way even some of the display boxes are set up, she's gonna make sure that they're right. You know, things are evenly balanced, it's appealing to the eye, and that all translates to how I was with this place from day one, whether that be sales stuff or in the bay. It's all the same. It's either right or it's not. There really is no middle ground on that stuff. So my installation specialty and philosophy. My specialty would be doing everything with as much of an OE look as possible. Even with full custom work, we try to take all those design cues to make it look like something came with the vehicle. A lot of what we do here, because we are in Connecticut, we're in the Northeast, is remote starters, and it's a huge part of our annual revenue. So I know those things in and out. When it comes to installing them in the car, man, we do a lot of Subaru, so I'll use that for an example. You take the car back to Subaru for diagnostics or warranty work. Even some of the Subaru techs may have a hard time telling that we were even in there and did any wiring. We're matching everything to the OE tape, whether it be flex loom, electrical tape, fabric tape. It all looks original, clean, neat. Most importantly, proper connections. It's a military splice or it's not getting done. Everything gets done correctly. And that's kind of my specialty. The same goes for doing a deck and floor again. The speakers are mounted with a proper bracket, proper speaker adapters, using the original hardware that the speaker came out of the door with whenever possible. It's just those little things that make an installation, you know, serviceable and just over the top clean, functional. They sound better at the end of the day. Just those kind of things. That's my specialty. That's what I like to do. Next one's what I want my customers to remember. I just want them to remember how easy it was to do business with us. You know, we make sure we ask the right questions, we give them the right answer. And from the time they walk through the door until the time they're leaving with their finished vehicle, that it's pretty seamless. I don't want them to remember, oh, you know, we had to go back 6 times, we had to do this, we had to do that. Obviously, sometimes equipment fails. That can be easily excused or looked past, but their experience here with us, we want that to be seamless from the time they come in from an initial estimate until they leave with their finished product. And that's it. So this next one's always tricky for me. Guys that influence me. Man, there is so many. We pull from everybody out there. I have a great network of people that I can call upon, and they answer the phone and they're willing to help out with the situation. Milton Benavides here in Connecticut is absolutely one of those. He runs a really tight ship. He does fantastic work. If I'm ever in a bind, I can always call him and ask for assistance. His installs are impeccable. They're absolutely gorgeous work. He's actually come and helped me here with a few things where I had some trouble with. I've brought stuff to his shop. I've helped him with stuff on his side. And it's nice to have that kind of a relationship there. Another guy would be Ada. He runs an absolutely awesome shop down there, and it always seems like he's ahead of the game and everyone else is playing catch up. So I always look to that. Another guy on a technical aspect would be Andrew Sadowski. The kid's a whiz, man. I mean, he built his own damn CNC machine. Like, it's crazy. So if there's any technical advice I ever need, he's the guy I would call. And it really influences me a lot because I want to be that guy. You know, we get those phone calls too. A lot of guys asking for help, especially when it comes to the Jeep. After what we did in that thing, I field calls on that all the time. So there's those guys. Obviously, there's Schaefer and Cush, and man, most of all, Dave Kaz. That kid is an animal. I wish I could do half the work that he does. Man, this stuff just looks good over there. He's killing it. So that's definitely a huge influence and somebody I would strive to emulate. So why should I be part of the top 50? I feel my knowledge, my work aspect, the way we treat our customers, the way we treat the vehicles is second to none. I have a very matter-of-fact approach to the vehicles. Every car isn't going to get the same solution, and that's where we separate ourselves. A lot of guys just throw any line converter they can at the car. It's my job to know that, you know, sometimes we can get away with brand X, but for this car, man, brand Y, that's the one. Like, that's gonna be the seamless install on this car. And that's where we separate ourselves from basically everybody that's even remotely close to us, and further out. So, I do everything I can to learn what's next, to learn before we get the car in the bay. I just got a call for a 24 Hummer EV. I haven't done one yet. So put the customer at ease and said, you know what? I haven't done one of these, but I know a lot of guys that have, so let me find out a little info. I made a couple phone calls. I got back to the guy with some very knowledgeable answers, and the job is booked. We're gonna go ahead and do that one, I believe, in about a week and a half or 2 weeks or so. And it's nice to be able to have that, and it's literally one of the best tools I have in the book is our network of other fantastic techs and installers throughout the nation that if there's a car out there, somebody's done it, and we can find out whatever we need to do on it. I also believe I should be part of this top 50 for my own willingness to go out and learn. You know, we attend all these trainings for a reason. It's not always for the beer and business and the socializing, it's learning, and we have to be at the forefront of all of this stuff. I do everything I can to know as much as I can possibly know, and we're here. I'm a one-man show, so if it comes down to lighting, to remote starters, to audio, to full custom, to window tint, radar systems, all of those things, I have to be well versed on all of that. And then in the few instances when I do have some help here in the Bay, it's also important to be able to relay that information to other people in the Bay so they know what's going on and they can keep up. It's high expectations, but our customers have high expectations from us. So it's up to me to perform and get things done in the way that's necessary. We do everything we can too. Right now, we're actually in the works at the beginning of the school year. I went back to my old tech school and talked to my teacher there, the instructor. We're trying to get some of the high school kids to come up here on a work release study program and try to incorporate the MECP program into their studies as part of the actual curriculum. That's been slow. We're just waiting for some phone calls back. I know it's a lot of red tape to go through to get to that point, but that's something we're trying to really push to do. Myself, I do have my expert certifications. I also have the remote start and security certification, which I don't think many people actually do. I know nobody around here does. I would love for everybody around me to have that. And so we've talked to a lot of shops to try to get them to do it. Some guys don't see the value, unfortunately. I really do. There's nothing wrong with knowing more stuff, right? So we're gonna be going to every Knowledge Fest we can, because you can't hit all the classes, right? So we try to mix it up and change it around a little bit. Go to the Knowledge Fest, we do the Master Tech Expo, all the local dealer trainings, and just try to absorb as much knowledge and new information as possible. That's one thing I really know I separate myself from. A lot of the guys don't have the time to do it, or the funds, or whatever the reason may be, even though that's ridiculous, but whatever the reason may be, they don't go to the things, man. They don't care. They're not able to, whatever the case may be. That really says a lot about where they are and versus where we are now. That might have been where I was 10 years ago, and I've done everything I can to improve myself and improve my knowledge, which in turn improves my store. You know, it shows that we are the experts in the area, and a lot of guys really, they come in, man, they see the plaques on the wall, they see the performance awards, they see the certifications, and it helps, man. It helps close that sale. It helps them show that their car is in the right place. You know, there's a lot of ways to do stuff wrong, and there's a couple ways to do it right? There's no end-all be-all when it comes to this stuff, and as long as we do more of the right and stay away from the wrongs, I think we're doing a great job here. So listen, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for considering me for top 50 installers for 2025. Hopefully you saw enough, and hopefully I said enough and didn't leave anything out that I really wanted to get into. But thank you guys. It's been a pleasure, and we love doing this every year. So thanks for watching. Thank you.